Good day everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video we got Aubery's truck in here, and what we're doing is if you are experiencing a problem, if your blend door for your climate control is stuck on hot or cold or somewhere in the middle and it will not switch, there's a couple things you got to look at. One could be the motor could be fried, which is usually the case. Or if you guys remember watching a video I did a long time ago for the defrost vents, which is separate but the idea is similar, was that a piece of foam off the door came off and got jammed. So in Aubery's case, we're hoping that just the motor is shot. We're not going to be able to figure out that once we remove it, and then we're going to power up the truck to activate it. And if that motor turns, then obviously something inside is hooped, which means you might have to get the hole saw out and then put a hole in it and then tape it up. But let's get started. So in order to access it, we gotta pop these side panels out. I think I just grab them, and then we're gonna gently pull them out.
This one too?
Okay.
Fucking thing. Nope.
Just gotta pull it gently. The tabs will pop.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. So now we're stuck with the dilemma with the airbag, and just opened up the glove compartment, and it looks like 3, I would guess that 8 or 10 mil screws. We could pull those out, and then the airbag itself should just slide out.
Yeah, go.
So you just have to kind of snaps in place there. Gonna let that hang. Now so there's 2 there, 2 there, 0 in the middle, 6 screws in total to yank out. This right away. Alright, there's a secret compartment here.
Look at that.
2 screws in case you're wondering. Now we can pull those screws out, and those will have to come out by hand.
Oh, would you look at that? Ta-da!
Now we're not going to remove everything.
No, just enough to have it hang there.
And probably this one right here. Where's the tab?
There we go.
So where we need to get is back there. So we just got to pull the stereo out, and that will give us access. Now, hopefully this should just slide out. I don't even need to disconnect it. So yeah. So where Aubery's got to get his little sausage hands in there. We're doing the easy one first.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is right there. Oh, yeah, you need to fucking...
It's gonna be ugly. After you get the 2 screws removed, you can disconnect the electrical. That thing will pull right out.
Voila!
The electrical plug, which is right there, has a red tab on it. You gotta slide that red tab at the back out and then push down the top in order to get it out. Alright, we had a false alarm. We thought the blend door was stuck, but it's not. It moves. We're good.
There we go.
Oh, not quite on there. There we are. Turn the ignition on.
You can hear it in there.
Yeah. This is the part where I tell you guys what really went down there. That back screw, needless to say, it didn't go back in.
No.
And it didn't come out either. We did the old hack and slash, and we busted the tab off. Unless you want to fight with it back there. It's got a pillar on the back side that it sits on, plus that bolt right there. We operated it. It ain't moving. So if you want to fight with that, it's up to you. We're just going to leave it out for the time being until Aubery feels like he's going to put it back in.
Yeah, like that's going to happen. Like never.
So there you have it.
That's sitting there solid. They ain't going anywhere.
And then 10 minutes later, you'll have everything back together. The only thing that gave us trouble was putting the bolts back in for the airbag. Alrighty, the job is done. We got it fixed. Aubery's on his way home. Unfortunately, we didn't fix it properly. We ended up snapping that tab off the back to get the motor off, and we put it back in because there's a little pedestal on the back, plus with the bolt hole in the front, it actually holds it on pretty good. And we actuated it a few times, and I asked Aubery, do you want to screw around with it trying to get that back in? And his answer was like, no, I don't want to screw around with this any longer than I have to. And I'm like, alright, it's your vehicle. And we assembled it and put it back together, and kept it screwed just in case. But we were kind of worried that the blend door was stuck at first because I wasn't able to move it. And I took the motor apart and I dropped the gear with the splines inside, and with a pair of water pump pliers I budged it. So I don't know if maybe something was stuck in there, what caused the motor to burn out, or maybe just burnt out on its own. Stranger things have happened. Anyways, Aubery's happy. It's like 30 degrees outside. He's got air conditioning instead of full heat. So I'm gonna get going. So if you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.